Good evening, Pirates, and welcome. Here we are at Versus Games on another exciting Tuesday night. Alex, how are you?
I'm Alex, and
Yeah.
I'm here.
And I am Franklin. And Mark is right there as our players are setting up for another exciting game, night of games here at the Oviedo Mall. We have some friendly new faces here at the store, so if you're a frequenter of Versus Games, you might have seen a little bit of a change recently, but we have some new smiling faces behind the counter ready to help out. So say hello when you can, right?
Yeah. For sure.
So I think we have some returning, of course, some familiar faces out there, namely Brandon Corpus, sporting, I believe, the ideal outerwear.
Yes.
Yep.
He is indeed wearing his tank
Something.
top.
Oh, I thought you were gonna hold it. I thought you were gonna hold on to that
No.
until later. It's okay.
No.
It's okay. The cat's out of the bag, but that's okay. What deck he's using tonight is still a mystery. It could be that mono purple Luffy from last week. And yeah, we'll get to see that here in just a minute. Maybe he'll be round one.
Yeah, maybe.
Any particular decks you're excited to see out there?
I did some digging over this past weekend because I wasn't feeling well, so I was just at home. But there was a tournament over in Peoria, and so I was just, looking around at some decks. Somebody went into a side event and won a 64-man side event with Vegapunk.
64.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I looked at the list. I wasn't a
Alex
fan.
has been known to be a fan of the yellow.
The yellows.
Just in general, if it's a yellow deck, Alex has tried it.
Yeah, more than likely. I haven't tried Sabo, but I'm actually kind of looking at Sabo.
Yeah, I've actually never really. Have you ever tried blue yellow ace?
Yes. It was trash.
I still kind of. Hold your fire. Hold your fire.
It wasn't that good for me. I don't know.
And that's okay. I saved the list that it won a flagship, so at least one, believer is out there and did well with it that day.
Yeah.
What else? Have you tried an Arlong recently?
Arlong, no.
What about Queen?
Yes, I keep going back to Queen. So I think, what was it, 05, 04?
Dude,
04.
numbers are hard.
I'm pretty sure it was
especially
04.
Time.
In 04, like I saw that deck and I was like, that's me. I'm playing Queen. I'm gonna be singing Queen every time I'm playing the deck.
I feel like every format, it's like it's there. Somebody does something with it. Like as time goes on, right? Even less meta decks get more support as we go along. Like that 9-drop blue Sanji, for example, that was a huge addition to the Queen deck. I imagine.
Yeah.
I understand. So we'll see what kind of maybe pet decks we might see some out there. I mean, last week we saw, I think it was Kenny on Red Green Law.
Yep.
I don't know if he pivoted to something else. People could be trying some newer stuff, maybe newer lists, thanks to the bans. Of course, you don't have to start playing without Red Purple Law in Ease Lobby, but if you wanted to try and mix it up at your locals, obviously you're more than welcome to. Maybe everyone's on the same page, and trying to test out some newer lists.
Yeah, and I know there's a lot of people over here that are trying to test for Nats. So like I was talking to some guys out here, and they were like, oh, this is probably what I'm gonna play for Nats. So I'm just testing it out from right now, up until Nats, basically, just to try to figure out what I want to play.
Yeah, I mean, it's from what I understand, and I think we shared today a photo of this top decks over the weekend for over in Japan with a post-ban law in an Ease Lobby, and it's a pretty varied playing field out there. There's Lucci out there. There's Katakuri out there. Per that listing, there's more Katakuri than Enel. It's pretty varied out there. It's a pretty nice field. Mark Justin, of course, with the updates as he's diligently entering and changing up. Yep, typing.
This just in. We got Mac.
Mac?
Beepity beepity. Oh my god, guys, looks like we have a really stellar matchup right now. We have beep beep beepity 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 beepity. Oh, we have Greg Delgado. Oh my goodness. Beep beepity beepity.
The Gregster.
Up against, oh no, it's him. The muscles himself.
Whoa!
Look, there they are, the muscles.
Whoa!
Look at his muscles, dude. You can't even see them yet. Wait for that.
I don't see muscles. I see
Oh,
weapons
Oh
of
my
mass
God.
destruction.
Look at that. I need to go fix his camera. Don't look at that. Don't look at that.
I see if you attach to Don and he takes a swing. If you're 3K or less, you're toast. That's all I see. Yeah, let's now the actual mystery though.
Is that Fern in the
Not
background?
what's underneath his jacket because now that's been exposed. It's what deck is he piloting today, Brandon Corpus, as well as Greg has typically been on the red purple law.
Ooh.
Ah, there it is. So he's switched it up a little bit. Brandon has switched it up to the Gecko Moria.
Yeah, and his Japan worlds.
Those are
sleeves.
words.
I was gonna say Japanese.
Are those this
world
year's?
sleeves.
Are these
No,
new
those
world sleeves?
Those are last year's. Those
Okay,
are
okay.
Japan.
Very good. Very cool. Very
Yeah.
cool. Very good. So yeah, I gotta think that Greg has probably kept his list pretty consistent. So if we've seen him recently. It's probably going to be a similar list. Over here on Brandon's side, we've seen some variation in Gecko Morias recently.
Mhm.
Right? So maybe he's also taken it in a different direction, maybe focusing on certain characters over others. It looks like these guys are, and these cameras are looking really, really good here. Mark's currently out there, probably gassing these guys up, but these cameras,
They
these
look
are
good.
pretty good.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Mark,
Pretty
we were
good.
just saying, thank you for joining us again, that these cameras are looking really good here.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, we were like, you guys you're gassing them up out there. They're smiling at the camera.
Oh,
We can see every pore. It's great. It looks like what's that? 7?
that was a 8.
8? Pretty high number, but who took it? Let's find out here per curve. Moria typically wants to go first. I imagine they'll take first against Law. Looks like a custom leader over on Brandon's side as well for that Gecko
Mhm.
Moria. It almost looks like a black and white proxy. Can't really make it out all the way. Perhaps later. And Brandon's keeping that hand. We'll see how players kind of lean towards which mono black decks they favor post ban, right? They're like, all right, well, Lucci definitely just got weaker, right? You could take that thought, run with it, and then go, I'm sticking with Moria, who's lost nothing because Gecko Moria wasn't touched, the
Mhm.
character. It looks like we have a cameo from fellow versus frequenter. Store's popping today. And why shouldn't it be? It's Tuesday night.
A lot of people here.
Yeah.
Edison has 5 rounds tonight.
That's crazy.
Ah, Yugi. And Greg looks like he's finally set to go. Life is assembled. Let's see who's taken first. By body language, it looks like it's going to be Greg. I was wrong. It's going to be Brandon. Will we see a turn 1 Sindri? Do some action milling? No, in fact, he passes it over to Greg, who passes it back to Brandon. So now, does Brandon have a good leader ability here? Maybe a turn 1 Perona?
Parunga?
I think I saw, yep, there it is. The altar is coming down. We're going to get a little mill and shave a card off of Greg's hand, and he will take that life. Greg going down to 3. Strong turn 1 from Brandon. Solid as any. Will we see maybe a Zorujoro come down over on Greg's side? A 3-cost Zorujoro is maybe kind of annoying to deal with as a Gecko Moria early on, but I'm going to start with a 5 swing. Brandon's saying nah. All 4 being tapped here. Okay, so
Ooh.
I believe Brandon has a... Yeah, he didn't have enough cards in hand because Law needs to be
Mhm.
7 or more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so countering that hit versus taking it.
Makes sense.
As Brandon, I'm sure by this point, experience-wise, you might have anticipated that kind of move, you know?
Mm-hmm.
No, I'll counter here. Let's see here. Over on turn 5 Dawn turn for Brandon. Is that all the bananas for Sabo, maybe?
That 3 Moria in hand.
I can't make it out. Brandon's been known to play like max rarity. So firstly, I gotta look through the glare, and then secondly,
Yeah,
I
that's
gotta make sure I know
it's
the image.
it's definitely 3 Gecko Moria in the middle.
Min rarity player over here struggles. Okay, so we're not going for a Sabo. We're gonna start with a little 6K at life, maybe. Nah, he's gonna say no to that.
Did he have Sabo in hand? I don't think he had Sabo in hand.
It's kind of a strange turn here. I mean, I guess like if you had a Helm Meppo in combination with leader skill and Absalom and trash, you can take out this law. But we're gonna go with 6 and leader skill to tap 2, trashing Hog back, milling Kuzan and an A-drop Moria. It looks like we're gonna eye up the Perona,
Yeah,
which looks like
it will hit. It will hit.
Is that 7 cards in hand for Greg?
It looked
Yeah, it
like
looks like it is.
6.
6. Yes, yeah, I'm sorry. Perona is 6. Yes, you're right, of
Yeah.
course. So yeah, definitely a hit. And yep, we're gonna block as Greg here, not wanting to go down beneath that. And Brandon with 2 5K characters and leader still at a healthy 5 life, going in the 7 Dawn next turn. Over here on Greg's side. Okay. Looks like one of these Pronas is definitely going to the bottom deck. And we're going to ramp that Dawn back up that we're going to use to spend. Sequence here properly, Greg. All right, yep. Let's start with the Dawn we're sending back.
There it is.
You know, it's easy to get, like, and then you're going to get
A
one of
little
those Dawn
sidetrack,
back.
yeah.
Yep. You're going to ramp one of those Dawn active.
Well, you play the character first.
That's
then
fair.
Then you
You
play.
resolve the, yes.
Yeah.
And because, yep, Sachi gets his Dawn, and then, yep, you resolve that one. That's fine. 6K life. Either way, we got a 2K out of hand. Not a bad move at all, establishing the kid blocker. And obviously Asachi and Penguin as another body, bottom decking the Perona. Pretty good amount of pressure there from Law. Respectable. Let's see what the 7 Dawn turn for Brandon has in store. Can go shorthand math here. 3 is generally needed at minimum for a leader skill. So you only have 4 Dawn left over. 4 Dawn could be Borsalino. Could be a raw Absalom or Hogback. We haven't seen a Reiju or any hand replenishment from Greg's side yet, which is good. Some of the things you hope the red-purple lot doesn't get. Greg deciding what we're going to do here about the 6. And we're countering that, and we're going to do another 6. This time we will take it. No trigger. And 5 left with Sabo. Sabo protects the other characters, and we're going to draw and trash 2 from hand. Believe we're still in decision mode here. The way Brandon has chosen to play this very defensively, of course, Kid Killer could come and punish, of course, if Brandon was to choose and take those earlier swings. And crossing into the 2 life territory, Kid and Killer gets full value of their rush and power increase. A healthy amount of Dawn there for the red-purple law, I think. That's more than 6 for sure.
Yeah, he hasn't really been minusing.
Only once. And he ramped one of those Dawn back. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like, what, 5 and 3?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think Greg's been known to play the 7-drop ace, you know, as some red-purple decks like to do. A spicy little tech. I understand it can be kind of troublesome in Mirror. And it looks like, what is that, 3 cards for Brandon in hand?
Yep.
Starting to get a little thin there, but a healthy amount of life.
I'm pretty sure he hasn't trashed a Moria.
He has.
He
milled 1 Moria, and that was with the Kuzan.
I mean, from hand.
Oh, no, he hasn't. Not that we saw.
So I'm pretty sure
one of those is a Moria?
I'm pretty sure all of those are Moria.
Ooh, are we selecting character? As Greg. 6 into the Perona.
Oh no, okay, so that's one Moria. I see an Absalom.
Yeah, one Moria for sure is in the
At least
trash for
one.
Brandon.
No, no, sand.
Oh, I see. Great. So he has at least one Moria. Earlier, I thought you said he had like two Morias in hand, which
I thought he
means
did.
2 out of the 3 cards are
Yeah,
duds.
I thought he did. I might be wrong.
Well, one of those 3 is definitely a Moria. So in any case, the hand isn't like healthy counter wise. What is he doing there? 4, a little ramp. Oh, he's asking to take it back. He's asking to take it back. That is up to Brandon. This is the locals. Looks like Greg is committing to his choice. He's like, I'm sure I could have done this a lot better, but we're just going to crack on. Yep, we're not going to. Oh, no, don't forget, you were supposed to ramp one. No, I do not. I think they're questioning whether Greg ramped just now with Ein. I don't think he did.
He didn't.
Yeah. Homie stock only goes so far.
There, you draw your 2. And we ramp 1 with Kid. I think we're square. Do you start going in here?
So now he's questioning now, like how did this work?
Yeah, that's the importance of sequencing and completing the actions accordingly. And we'll ramp another one. That's a good drop before you know the 8 drop is coming down on Brandon's side. So we're seeing a little 6 here. Going to test out Brandon's hand. I might counter this one as Brandon. Anticipating another. No, there's no swings left. Because surely that Greg is not going to swing with a 5-drop Kid. So I think this 6 here. As Brandon, we could take this or we couldn't. We're gonna block counter 1. Get rid of Absalom. Putting an Absalom in the trash. And that's pretty much it. Greg can't leader skill again. Are we going 6 in a Sabo? Or are we going, no, I'm making you take a life. You're giving me a life this turn. I mean, I guess if you swing with this Kid, like, it's kind of a pseudo blocker still.
I think he's swinging into Sabo here.
He is.
Yep.
And we're going to give up 1. Interesting. So he is meeting Brandon with a whole board here with 1 life left, but only, what is that? We did see Reiju draw, but that's still like 4 cards in hand, but it's not like, and the blocker swung. As Brandon, if you were to apply your Dawn here, could you have lethal? I think it's too early.
It's only 2 characters. Yeah, I think it is a little too early.
Of course, you are now here on the 9 Dawn turn. But with only, what, one of these is presumably a Moria. So what are we splitting our swings into? Got maybe those 3 are for leader skill. 1 on Moria, tap 2. And then what? Unless a card in hand is a Helmeppo or some kind of reduction, Absalom needs some help to pop something. Okay, a 7 at. That's where I wish I'd taken that course for lip reading. By that I mean the course that was offered by the school's groundskeeper. Behind the bleachers. It was really sus. Well, we're going to counter, it looks like. Whichever the target was. Did we 2K countering from
It was a
maybe
2K.
Kid?
I think it was a 2K and a 1K because he.
It looks like 2 2s. I mean, the Sachi and Penguin's on top, and then Santu's
Oh, you're right.
beneath
You're right.
it.
You're right.
But what I was like, yeah, did we counter 9? Like, anyways, we're going 5.
Yeah, but that would probably mean hit wherever he swung.
Brandon, what are you doing? 5? 5 of what? What is this Dawn for?
That's probably the Moria. Yep.
All right, yeah, all of it, you know, just playing little games with us. What are we gonna get? Okay, we're gonna do popping on one of the characters here. Surely it's a yep, Mr.
Yep.
2. Mm-hmm. And
Just
you're
getting rid of
gonna
it. Yeah.
use the Absalom to send some cards back to the bottom. Yeah, that Kuzan. Oh, okay. We're gonna choose Isho and Moria. That's fine. No? Isho. Isho Kuzan, Isho Moria, Isho Sabo. Okay. Okay. Totally fine. Of course, passing it back. And so here, I guess we were, as Greg, we could apply some pressure to board still while attacking life second. Like seeing if Brandon's going to favor saving the Sabo from maybe a 6 swing. Hey, NYC Avenger. Thanks for the follow. Brandon, of course, not having that many cards in hand. Am I right? That looks like 1 to 2.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's just one.
We're seeing a 6 come. Is it on the Sabo? Yep. I believe that was
Pretty sure.
an
Yeah.
O mouth there by Greg. And Brandon will let that go. Not paying for that Sabo to stay alive any longer. Now here we could go a couple of 5s. 3 cards in hand as Greg. There's no way we can swing with this kid. Does he have a kid killer? No, it looks like a Gordon, Sanji, and I can't make out the third card. It's a 4-drop.
I think it was a Shachi Penguin.
Yeah.
I think. I couldn't tell.
It's not a kid killer, that's for sure. Offensively here, I don't see a ton. I do like a 5.
5.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'll take out the Suru.
Sure.
I guess. Brandon's staying at a healthy 5 all game. I imagine that changes finally here if we go 5 at life. Oh, we're going to go 7. Brandon only having 1 card in hand, not even looking at the other cards. Oh, is it a trigger? No. It may now be 2 cards. But, you know, do we have a Rush Zoro? If you're Brandon, you're thinking, what could be coming out next? We're going to see the reduction there. We're going to send 3 back. Ramp 1, we're just going to shorthand it. No, we are sending that third one back. And we're going to play nothing out. No, play out the Sanji. Ramp 1 back. Good sequencing. And yeah, that was correct. I wasn't sure why he gave 1 back. All right, we're good. But I don't. Does he have another blocker? Is this tapping 5 for?
Oh.
Okay. All right. He tapped all
Sure.
of his Dawn and equipped the rest of his Dawn to a Kid Killer, and we're gonna rush for 8. And Brandon will take that, going down to 3 cards in life, 3 cards in hand. This might spell it for Greg, but
If he can reduce.
we
Well,
haven't seen evidence of a Ice Age. We have seen Kuzan be in the trash. We need to deal with this kid, right? If we're able to...
he has to deal with both the kid and Sanji.
Oh, that's right. The Sanji, folks, is a blocker. I did forget that. So 2 blockers are there for Greg. Okay. In this case, Greg still has like what, 3 cards in hand though?
Greg has 0 cards.
0 cards in hand?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I think you can go for game and force the blockers to get spent. That's going to be -2 bodies. And then the Reiju and the Ein are both 4 cost bodies. They may be able to be easier dealt with. Okay, I'm going to go 4. Drawing a card. Kuzan. 6 done left is Brandon. And we have an Isho, a Sindri, I think. Oh, we do have a Helmeppo in hand.
I think also a Suru.
Okay, so For 3 Dawn, we could reduce 5. And then we could leader skill. I think we could get there. I think he could pop the 5-drop kid. We have 4 Dawn used, 6 Dawn left. At least 3 have to be used with Moria to do leader skill. Absalom pop.
Mm-hmm.
We need to reduce that kid. Helmeppo plus... No, Helmeppo is 3 cost or 2 cost?
I believe Helmeppo's 3.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, then it's kind of funky here. Because with leader skill, you only have 3 Dawn left. Helmeppo doesn't reduce kid enough. No, yes it does. Yeah, Helmeppo would reduce by 3 on kid. And then you just swing, yeah.
Yeah.
And then you just swing leader and Moria character in game. No, just kidding. Once again, forgot about the second blocker. I don't think he can. Here's 3. 1 plus leader.
He's thinking about it.
We've declared pitching Isho, Milling, Kuzan, and Hina. And we're getting Hog back. We're getting counter back to hand. Yeah, we couldn't go for an aggro play, so we're probably going to get back something with a 2K. Perona, Sindri. Those are pretty much it. There it is. Yeah, we can't close out the game. Then we have to at least set ourselves up to survive as best as we can. Maybe we go into these characters.
You can see his leader better now.
Oh, yeah, you can.
That's quite terrifying.
Indeed. Where is this 9 going to go? Asking the question, are you going to give me a block for this? Greg says no. I can do it with what I have on board. Well, let's see if he can.
So he's just gonna pass with 3 Dawn up.
Yeah. Brandon only has like 4 cards in hand. I don't know if I didn't see evidence of a Hina in there.
No.
Like
no.
what could you do for 3? The fact that Greg had 0 cards in hand, he didn't have to use a ton of Dawn, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
and we couldn't go for game. 1 card in hand. It looks like it's a queen. So
So he's just gonna set up all these blockers, I guess.
but that means you can only swing with Ein and leader, which kind of feels bad when...
I mean, yes and no, because realistically, I mean, if you're putting down another blocker, you can swing with the kid, I think.
5's coming down first. So I'm thinking if I don't leave 2 blockers up, one of these blockers is toast.
Yeah.
So like that was my mentality. Like I pitched a pretty good scenario where Brandon could have gone for game, but the second blocker ruins it. Oh, draw 2, trash 1, -1. Done. Of course, we're going to ramp one of those Dawn back. Oh, nice.
That's crazy.
Now that changes things. I mean, if we were just going to be able to play 2 queens like that, yeah.
Yeah, you just
That's
you just
nuts.
swing with
Let's do it. I say let's get nuts. Ein, 5.
5 at lead. We'll probably counter.
He has at least the 2K. That much we know for sure. Also, he has a Helmeppo in hand.
Yeah.
There it goes. 3 cards left in hand. One's a 2K. I like a 6 here. Do a 6. Yeah, 6. Get that prone out of hand. What else you got in hand as Greg? Yep, there's that Prona. We know that's gone now. 2 mystery cards. Looks like one was a Sindri, though, for us. For the folks at home. 1 2K in hand for Brandon. And the other card I don't know. Here is Greg. That is still 3 bodies out there. Plus leader on Brandon's side. Do I get greedy and swing with Sanji? Nope. No. Between Sanji and Kid, would you swing with Sanji or Kid as
I
Greg?
I think at this point I would just swing with Kid,
Yeah,
being that Sanji
less risk,
is it's harder
less feels bad. I got
it's
you.
harder to knock out because it's a 6 cost.
They're both 6s.
No.
Kid
Kid
and
is
Sanji is
5,
Kid's a 6.
6K.
Yeah. Oh, I see. See. Cost wise.
Yes.
Ah. Mm. Over here is Brandon. Could you? That's usually Brandon's the one that sets up like a million blockers like last week.
Yeah, this is
Flipped.
this is a hard predicament.
You know, you have your Kuzan, you bothered with it, and now there's 4 blockers. I guess
What are the chances? Let me just play one
because you know,
queen to get another
because as
queen.
Greg, you block, right? You block and accept that something's getting reduced. If he goes naked 5 swing with Kuzan, right? Like so, Brandon, do you go 6 with Kuzan and reduce? There should be
Yes.
one Absalom in trash.
Yes.
I don't think there's a world where he Oh yeah, yep, no, he's doing it. He's like, "Are you going to give me a little free block for that?" Yes, he is. And we'll accept the cost reduction. No, the Absalom is in trash. We did confirm that a second ago. Yeah.
Yeah, he bottomed Isho and an Ice Age.
And the 9 is going to go into another blocker. And we will let that go. Leaving 5k from Hogback and 5k from leader. Without any Dawn spent. Of course, Brandon has like what? 1 or 2 cards, one of them being a Sindri.
Mm-hmm.
So he might be at like what? 3 cards now in hand for the Yep, 3 cards in hand for the turn. No cards still for Greg?
Greg has 1 card in hand.
Okay. Yep, I see it now. 3. Is this going to be leader? Using this 3 Dawn. He looks like he wants to tap those 2 Dawn as well. So is this an 8 to life tap 2? 8 to life with Hogback. 7 to Ein. Brandon has settled. 7 to Ein with Hogback.
No, this makes sense. He's trying to whittle down the board, and pressure Greg into blocking.
1000%, because
Which is
then
what he's
Brandon can't
doing.
win on the clapback.
Yeah.
And now Greg is, yep, indeed, blocked and 2K'd that below. Leader is left to swing with 8 Dawn left, I believe, for Brandon. If this is a Moria play, 5 into Ein. Oh, a Rebecca will come down for 4. What will we see him grab?
I would assume a 2K. Yep.
Okay. Yep, a 2K in the hand. And will we choose to play? No, we won't choose to play anything out for that. So we'll go 7 at maybe the blocker again. And maybe tap these last 2 Dawn for leader skill. We are. And we're going to tap the Perona. Or trash the Perona. And get back a Hogback. Hogback will do its thing. Bottom deck a couple things. Presumably get a 2K back to hand. Yep. Perfect.
Just a free cycle.
Yeah, there's a little free cycle. We got a good swing in there. We got we got an action out of Greg. Pretty good. Yeah, it took out a body. Yeah, but Greg's not going to block save that. Leaving Greg here with a Miracle top deck. It's a Bond Clay, Mr. 2. So 4 swings, 2 of them being blockers. 3 cards in hand. You know 2 of them are 2Ks in Brandon's hand. Man, both players having a good laugh at the turn this game truly took. I will say, despite Brandon's insistence on leader positioning, his board hasn't looked like a Tetris one this time. It's been pretty neat.
I mean, not yet. He did
This is
put
the most it's
he
looked
did he
like
did
that.
put the
Oh, we did play the Mr. 2 down. Or
crazy.
is this about to be
No, no, he has leader, Moria character, Kuzan, Dr. Hogback, and then he had Rebecca, but Rebecca just got bottom decked. He plays
oh man.
he plays Dragon Ball. Yeah.
9 to Kuzan.
Yeah, he plays Dragon Ball, so that's how he's always done it because of
You got to be
that's how they have it.
consistent.
That's how they have him play
Oh
in
man.
Dragon Ball.
I mean, oh man.
Sure.
At what? Hogback?
Yeah.
Okay. I think this is it, right? And this is just Greg saying, yeah, dude, I think I'm toast here. No cards in hand, 1 card in life, 2 blockers up, 3 swings on Brandon's side. I think that maths.
Yeah, I mean, he just needs to KO 1 blocker,
Like,
which he can easily do.
if we just 6 with Hogback, I don't think there's a trigger that Greg could hit that would take out a Moria, right? Or like prevent the 3rd swing.
Yeah, there's
So the
nothing.
6 will go through. He has to decide the block or not. We are close here. If Brandon can, of course, deal with either of these blockers, it's over. But maybe we'll do some small slashes here, small jabs from Brandon.
No, he's gonna do 6.
We're going in with a 6, presumably at lead.
And that is time in the round as well, so
Very good.
we're gonna see the end turns here.
Brandon, of course, being turn 0.
So swing 9. It's gonna block.
Yep, that sounds like a block, all right. And then we have 1 swing left and 1 blocker.
Yep. So now he's gonna go ahead and reduce the kid, probably with Subaru.
Brings it down to a 3. We need to reduce it by just a wee bit more for an Absalom play. And with only 1 card in hand. Could Perona get the reduction as well, or is Perona
No,
only when...
no,
Okay,
Perona,
Jaffiel.
your opponent has to have 5 cards in hand.
Got it. Brandon using 8. Oh, wow. Okay. And we're going to trash...
I see what he's gonna do, because he has Brook as well, so Brook will actually get him there.
Hogback.
Mm-hmm.
Bottom deck. Grabs a Perona back to hand.
Why?
And of course, we'll block that, leaving up 4 Dawn. Interesting.
Why?
None of that came to fruition.
Why did he bottom deck the Absalom? We
guess
just didn't
he did.
see it.
I guess he did. Yeah, Absalom is not there. Yep. Okay, Absalom is not there. So then, oh yeah, and that was his only Absalom.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, not clear if Brandon maybe forgot that the bottom deck happened, but it's not over. 3 swings presently on the board here for Greg, but there's 4 swings needed for lethal. And unless this card is a blocker, this may not be enough. All right, but Bonclay gets to take advantage of copying a large character on board. See where this 9 swing goes. There's no way this goes into Moria. This has to go into leader.
Yeah, it's gonna go into leader.
Yeah.
And he might have a rusher, which if he has a rusher, that's
no
possible. No, it's not game, but it
would be Kid Killer, and it would be 9.
Yeah.
He can counter that.
He
can
can.
counter 9.
Oh, there's the Absalom.
Yep. And there it is. And on the clap back, Brandon would take it from Greg in an exciting game here. We finally got to see it end. So yeah, Brandon will take round 1 against Greg's Red Purple Law. Yeah, so we got to see all of the shenanigans that Gecko Moria likes to typically do. So it didn't go like, say, more of a Navy package route kind of.
Yeah.
It was very just your good old Thriller Bark stuff. Over on Greg's side, he saw one Reiju, couple of queens, an epic couple of queens. But unfortunately, just kind of ran out of steam there at the end. Watched the sequencing there a little bit, gets a little crazy sometimes with the interactions. But, I mean, another showing for Law, and we won't have Law around for much longer.
No, maybe
Just a little bit
two
longer.
weeks.
Yeah. Time's a social construct. So we'll go check out the players and bring you out round 2 here in just a few moments. Stay tuned. And we're back for another exciting round of One Piece trading card game here at the Oviedo Mall at Versus Games Tuesday night. And I believe our players are squaring away right now, getting set up. I believe we have...
They're fighting?
What?
They're squaring away?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Squaring up?
Squaring up. Yep, squaring away. It just gets squared up. Yep, with your dukes.
Deciding that dice roll?
It gets rough out there on the high seas. Yeah, that's the pirate life. I believe Diz is on Reiju tonight.
Yep.
Evan is his opponent and will be on Rob Lucci. OPO7. So I think it's supposed to be Reiju favored. I don't have my own experience yet, but I think that's the idea.
I agree. I do believe it is Reiju favored.
Yeah, might be hard for Lucci to outvalue maybe a high roll of cards that Diz could come out with him with like the 7-drop. And let's see though, maybe Evan is still playing the stage. Or maybe he opts to not use the stage. Some of our Lucci players here before the band even said, in his lobby, not the greatest card, and so we'll see. We'll see. Players deciding who is going first. I believe Reiju wants first, but may take second to throw off the Lucci curve. Who was the winner of that die roll there, Alex?
That, I do believe, was Evan.
Excellent. If so, Evan probably favors going second. And looks like we got a peek there. Evan is playing at least one copy of Ice Age. Does, of course, looking for stage if possible on the first rip. Stage making the greatness of his deck really happen. If you see stage turn 1, you're feeling great. Similarly, Evan, if he does play in E's lobby now, the stage would make him very happy too on turn 1. Do a little cutteroni. We are getting started here in just a few short moments. We'll see what kind of pressure, what kind of high roll Reiju is able to get on the Lucci.
There's stage in Evan's hand.
Yeah, I saw it too. Couldn't quite make out Diz's hand. So far I'm finding, yeah, if I'm able to hit like great early pieces, man, the deck just starts rolling. So that's telling. No stage from Diz there on turn 1, but Evan playing that stage on his turn 1 in E's lobby. Coming at ya. Starting off with a little 5 here. Oh, nice. As Diz, we're going to send one Dawn back here. Look at the top 5, I believe, for a Foxy Pirate.
There's the stage.
Ha, that's unfortunate. But since we did send a Dawn back, we get a choice here. Are we going to... we are, all right. And, of course, we get to draw an additional card thanks to the leader ability. No way. Does he have it?
Yeah.
He does. Wow, turn 1 7-drop. Red Ranger going in. Oh, crazy. So no stage, but turn 1, I mean, not much better you can ask for there. A little 5, and it looks like this is going to opt to take that. Okay, interesting. Maybe the rest of the hand's not that great. Seeing a little mill for 3 there. Unfortunately, no targets with Spandam. Going to minus that Porsche And take it out with the final reduction from the brook. Very nice. Very nice. Very clean. Going back up to 3 here. And it looks like Diaz plays one of the events. This search for the Germa Kingdom Pirate. And we're going to go ahead and select the stage. Better late than never.
Not looking too happy with what he just bottom decked either.
Yeah, but he got a Red Ranger, so I think the universe kind of evens out.
I mean, does it?
Ooh, he plays a lot of this search event. All right. Yeah. And for our last,
Well, there's the
we're
red.
going to choose the search event, and
Yeah.
we're going to find a Red Ranger
It
with
was the only one there.
Hey, man, you live and die by these searches. 5 and a 7. We're going to take the 7, but counter the 5. Makes sense. And now we're going to go up to our 6 Dawn turn as Evan. Will we see maybe a Sabo blocker? I don't know. There's not a maybe you are able to take out this Red Ranger if you can. Of course, frustrating bit here is Evan. It's like if I do, Diz is very likely to just bring a new Red Ranger back. So do I just go for life? Of course, if Diz is able to string more Red Rangers, it's bad news bears. But we're going 5, mill 2, and we're going to counter 1 as Diz. No leader swing for Evan. Connecting this turn. 6 Dawn left. Deciding what we're doing with 1 in particular. Could say a 5 swing and reduce. But it looks like we're going to do a little Tempest kick action first. No reduction yet. -2 cost on the Ichiji. 5 at life, taking that one. And, yep, there's all, yep, it gets knocked out by the Brook. A little draw 2 and trash 2 action from Khalifa. Pretty decent turn here as Evan. See how Diz is able to respond here. It's not like he has like too many big bodies, Evan. And certainly a Red Ranger will be able to punish this. We'll see what Diz is able to do. Going straight away with a search. Accidentally nearly giving away a Reiju there, but dropping. And kind of sad by this. All right, another Red Ranger. Maybe he's wanting to hit other targets by the stage, but we're going to give up 4, send 1 back. Getting bigger. Choosing the Brook as a target for the reduction. Drawing 1 for leader. Great, everything is done. And this 7 here. Are we still choosing what we're doing with the 7? Okay, I see. The 5 is going into the now. Yeah, and the 7 will go into life. Okay. Careful there with the sequencing. But we got there. And now we're at 7. No, we are at 8. Here is Evan.
Yes.
Oh, well, we're not seeing a Moria on curve this turn. Or an Isho, as 1 seems to hit the trash. 2 seem to hit the trash.
My.
Wow. And a 6 cost Brook and a Moria. Diz unable to contain his excitement there. Yeesh. Tell you what you do have. You have a crew of Spandam, and they're just ready to go. Just need a little bit of boost. Ready to represent. Man, that hurts. 2 Dawn gone, 6 Dawn left. Looks like a Tempest kick in hand for Evan. And it's not a wide board Diz has been hitting Evan with here. It's just been leader and Red Ranger. Indeed. Yeah, epic whiffs here.
Ooh. That's Papa with the prime.
Is that Taiwa?
That's
Is that
Taiwa?
Taiwa, the Wad Chapwin?
Papa?
Thanks for the sub, bro.
Thanks for the sub. Thank you
Man,
for joining us.
I wish you'd sub to my channel.
It's messed up, dude.
He can't do it. It's fine. I'm not there yet.
Oh god. No, I need it, dude. I gotta eat.
What do you mean? I saw you eat.
Bro, they got me eating dog food out here, bro. I gotta steal from the dog. It's messed up.
Listen, I have a
You have
name.
a dog?
I have a name.
Seeing a little 2. Giving 1 back. Gonna turn into a big 4. Draw 2. Draw 1. Okay, that's squared away. Here is Diz. We've seen a lot of the big Red Ranger. Not seen a lot of little EGGs. Is that 4 Don still left as Diz over there? 2? Maybe for a choppy blocky? Yeah, that is 4 Don.
He's like, really think about it here. He's like, do I do it?
Okay, we're gonna do a 7 swing.
Hmm.
7 swing at Khalifa. Okay, and that will clear, and we're setting up a chopper blocker, and we get to ramp 1 rested. All right. Yeah, it's he's not in a Evan's not in quite a favorable spot. And if he found it best to swing 5 and draw 2, trash 2. So let's eliminate that as a route for cards. Sure, I'm good with that. Setting up a little blocker as well, something annoying to factor in. The more Brooks, the better, though, as Evan. Well, as soon as this Brooks swings and uses the lobby, that chopper's out. Chopper being only at a 2 cost, and the stage simply existing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but we're gonna choose the Reiju as our target to reduce 2. That's a lot of cards in trash there. Surely, let's see what we're gonna see here. Oh, okay. Oh, I do like this a lot. Excellent. And Rebecca will choose what to come back? Spandine. And making sure
Yep.
Lucci is in trash. I think he just did. Excellent. So now both these characters will be getting cleared here as soon as the Spandine goes and brings out a Lucci. As soon as it does its bottom decking action. Gotta send 3 back. Sending back 2 of the draw supports and a Spandam. And we're gonna get a Lucci here. Replacing the Spandine that we just played down. I like it. Sending 3 more back to the bottom deck. And we're going to take out both of these characters. Cleanly done. We still have Leader Swing and 2 Dawn applicable here. Yeah, I do like going in for 5. And going for 6 after that. Milling 2 more. Got 2 cards out of hand from Diz here. And Diz remains at 2 life. Evan as well at 2 life with a blocker. And quite a board here now.
He is actually playing Wizard 101. He is.
Wizards of Waverly Place.
Yeah.
Could do a little search of the stage here. We see a little Reiju. Looks like that is our target. We're going to take that back to hand. All right, the judge is coming down. Trashing 2 cards, sending 1 back. Selecting up to 4 with different names. I think we have... No, I don't think I saw the little Niji.
I think I saw.
I saw big Niji. Sometimes you can get a 2. You want to get a 2K, but like the 2K back, but not in this case. And then we'll draw. We'll send another one back for the Red Ranger, reducing. I'm not sure the Lucci or the Brook? It's gonna be the Brook or the. I guess it was the Brook. Yeah, the
Yeah,
reduction.
he's
Where
making sure.
yeah. Finish your effects out. There we go. Now the Lucci is at a 4. And are we still doing our 5 into 4? Looks like we are. We're giving up a 2k for it. And we're going to do a 7 into it again, which will Rebecca block. Like it. I like it. And we have at least 3 threats with about 5 cards left in Diz's hand.
Tyler, why you gotta be like that, dude? I'm not sick. I was sick last week.
A non-contagious cold is basically how a majority of the world probably exists, Tyler. The closet is that place you call a home.
We're all just sick.
And now, with all this dawn, Evan, what you gonna do with all that dawn?
What that Don doing?
What that dawn doing? Whoa.
Hello?
I always get nervous when players pick up all their
I
dawn.
was like, I wouldn't even know what you're doing with
You know,
10
and
Don.
for them to just go 5. All right, here we go. 7 into life. Just going straight away with
There's
the
no
broadsword swings here. Sizable hit. Takes that first one. Kind of like a 9 next. If you're going to take a 7. Son, you have a condition.
It's called you drink too much sweet tea.
All right, a 5 at life, a little mill action there, reduction on the Reiju, it looks like. Further reduction on the Reiju. A 5 swing, taking out the Reiju. Another 1 from the hand. I think Diz is going down to 4 cards in hand now.
Yeah.
12 at Reiju. Sorry, Red Ranger. And a Sabo to cap it off with the turn. Looks like we're going to maybe give up a... I think there was an event in hand. But establishing another blocker.
Mm-hmm.
The judge is good to apply pressure, of course, in these later stages. You know, there's going to be a Moria at some point, but there's no board helping out the judge. All right. And you're thinking we're nearly at the end here. It's not a ton of cards in Evan's hand, but we do have a Sabo blocker. We're doing a little stage action here. There's the little Niji, but there he goes. We're going to get the 2K. Not a ton here. Does this deck can do about a Sabo blocker. So we're going to start with a Reiju here to just draw some more cards.
Yep.
Very
Hoping
good.
to get
Hoping.
the little boy there.
Ichiji?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
What you got 2?
We got 2. We have at least, what, 5 down left?
I didn't see how much he had when he started.
Oh, we're going to start with 9 or 8. Judge is 8. Looks like 6 done.
Yeah.
Nope, 5. That's a
5.
1.
Yeah, so
9.
9 into Lucci?
Yeah, what's your 9 at? 9 into life?
I think it was Lucci.
I do like Lucci over life, but I guess as Evan, you could be thinking, what are the possibilities of a Red Ranger coming down. Should I counter this or not? If it's Lucci, but only 2 cards in hand. Unless it's at Gecko Moria, the character. No, it is at Lucci. Okay. Yeah, because we would have to expend a whole blocker and give up our whole hand. We're gonna block that counter 2 to save. Yep, pass it back over.
That's what I would think. Yeah, I think it would be better for him to play Ichiji to reduce the Sabo. So if he does feel pressured to block, he would just lose the Sabo.
On the other hand, even the little Ichijis are 1k counter, and there's only 1 life standing between destruction.
That's true. Yeah,
And there's a Moria
that
on
makes
board.
sense. That makes sense.
Pros and cons. It's just the Gecko Moria demands
You just leave 1 Dawn up?
so many cards.
Left 2 Dawn up? What do you
Left 2 Dawn up.
What do you do with 2 Dawn up?
My blue defensive events are not so good looking.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
Double blast breath. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? In fairness, those are purple, and I did have blast breath in mind for purple. It was blue that I struggled with.
He does have an event in hand. I can see that. I just don't know what
We
it
know
is.
Diaz plays at least 3 copies of the Germa search event,
Yep.
but is that a 4th? Because I think we've seen 3.
Yeah.
And if it's not the search event, what are other purple events? Top Knot? I mean, or Sheep's Horn? Something to deal with.
Yeah, Judgment of Hell. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that would be great.
I think he's just feigning
Oh, Judgment of Hell would actually be like awesome
Bagua.
right here.
Bagua, yeah.
It's been a while since we've seen one, and it would actually apply pretty humorously here.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe Evan's going through his like Rolodex of so what events could you use for 2 Dawn? that would nail me here. We're saying nah. I don't care. 9 lead. There it is.
Oh.
It's a long name,
Yep.
but we're countering and we're giving up all of that. Yep, slow beam sword.
Slow beam sword.
And giving up, I believe it was the 2k Germa counter. I think 4k encounter in addition with that. And we get to rest the character. Huge. Yep, solid event for that moment. Because in this case, we also got to rest the Sabo blocker, which I'm sure is like an intended use in there. 2 cards left in hand is Diz.
Yeah, like all
8
the
Dawn left.
Yeah.
8 Dawn left with 2 swings.
Which I mean, yeah, I mean, I think you just go all in, right?
A 7 and an 8 if you split your Dawn up evenly. In this case, he has a 1 and what's the second card in Diz's hand? It's an Ichiji and
I didn't see. I think he's a 2. Oh.
oh, stinky.
Okay, there goes the judge.
Yep. And if
And the pop.
Yep, because the Reiju was down to 0
Yeah.
this turn, so that's smart. Now we take out the judge and we took out the Reiju in one. That's one of those just like, if there were dice to indicate it. Some may have forgotten.
Yep.
But we knew.
Yep, can't wait for that ban. So I think
with stage existing, everything just basically might as well have -2 on it.
Evan having 2 cards in hand, 2 life.
Even a high roll of what? Red Ranger?
Yeah, I mean, he does have 2. Well, no, I think he only has 1. Yeah, he only has 1 Red Ranger.
And he's already searched. then I believe that's it. You would have relied on 2 Red Rangers this turn.
Yeah.
Certainly if the judge was able to remain, right? But correctly donning up and swinging into that judge was a great move. Turn the tides on Diz. We're selecting the little Niji. Giving up 4 for a Red Ranger.
Already reduced.
He's about to select the reduction. Not that it huge matters here.
Draws a card, doesn't he?
He should. He's going to as soon as he resolves. I think he's deciding the reduction. He's going to do it to Moria.
Sure.
Or he has been choosing targets that have 6K. He just has been.
Yeah.
We're going to, okay, so that's down to 2. He's also done that. He's also reduced the Brooks down. And we're going to draw.
Oh,
We drew
no.
another stage with our leader
Yeah,
ability.
that's
So 5 into 2.
that's gone.
That's gone. 7 into 6. Give us a 2K. Yep. And we're going to use the little Niji. Hey, the little Niji is getting in there. We're going to turn into a blue ranger, and that's pretty much it. I think we're going to send the Helmeppo back to hand. Or try. No, that's right. KOs because it's less than 4. Yep. And passing it back over, but I think that's it because Diz has, what, 2 cards in hand? Oh, yep, 9 swing clears, and then there's the rest, and it's going to be done by Sabo at that. Yep, Evans taking game. Round 2 here in this game against Diz, but stage is just crazy, making it so discouraging. Unfortunately, not all the pieces over on Diz's side came together either, but like it started to, he didn't start with stage, but had turn 1 Red Ranger, so things were there, right? Just it did fall apart, unfortunately, and then as soon as Evan did start stage, right? That's like, it's going to be downhill for me this game, probably.
Yeah.
But more to the point, I mean, that another card that won't be allowed in some short time here. And I mean, we can see it'll definitely shake some things up without that stage, what Reiju could have done. And you added the high roll on top of it, man. It completely changes this matchup, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll go out and congratulate our players, say hello, and bring you back round 3 here in just a moment. Stay tuned. All right, and we're back with an exciting round here. We have our players assembling and probably shuffling up now. Here we have Dustpan returning after some time. I think it's his first time back on stream in a minute. Not sure what he's on tonight. And then we have another Tyler N over here. Same. I'm not certain what they're piloting today, except we do know now. Looks like Dustpan is playing the blue Doflamingo, and over on Tyler's side we have the red purple Law. So we'll see what kind of shenanigans Dustpan is able to bust out. Maybe able to counter early, use some events like a Gravity Blade to dismiss those bodies from Red Purple Law. And over on Red Purple Law, we'll see them do good old stuff like, reduce all of their characters, bottom decking. Both decks will be maybe aiming to bottom deck this game, right? So we'll see who's able to do that job better.
Yeah, I think Law is actually favored in this matchup.
I see it.
Yeah, so I definitely think, okay, that was a dice roll, 1 off screen, can see that number.
They're very shiny, and they're also
Very small.
very sharp, square edged.
Yeah.
Not my particular favorite style of dice.
Yep.
Pokemon has conditioned me to hate those, and also they're illegal in the game of Pokemon.
Yes. But yeah, so I'm pretty sure Law is going to be more favored in this, just because he probably has a better time bottom decking, because he's bottom decking and building his board at the same time.
Yeah, both leaders have similar strategies there. Of course, this is where like Doflamingo could have a case where he's saying, "Hey man, that's my mechanic. That's my trick. You're not supposed to bottom deck and swarm the board." But I think you're right. Red Purple Law is just going to be a little bit more aggressive. Simply playing down bodies while replacing that have a base of 5, then shoot up to 7. Right? Because simply rewarding the job that you're doing. That is not present on Dustpan's side, but again, maybe
And
if
rush
Dustpan is
characters.
able to, yeah, exactly, and rush on top of that, able to counter early, and even if Law is able to establish bodies on the board using Gravity Blade, using events to bottom deck multiple characters at once might be enough to get there. We'll see. See what kind of spice Tyler's Lawless packs. Dustpan taking the first curve. We're going to start off with a Perona, and we're likely, if we're not putting them to the bottom instantly, we're probably going to keep these.
Yep.
It doesn't even look like he really arranged them, and we're just going to pass it back.
He really didn't, right? He just
Pass
looked
it
at it
over.
and he's like, oh, I can do
some,
this
some
on
neat
this on
looking
this.
custom done over there on Tyler's side.
Oh, those are not custom.
Is that not custom?
That, sir,
Yes.
that is
That's not the second underneath it. For
that
sure.
is the
I've seen that. I have that
PRB
one
set.
before. Ah, so this guy.
Yep. So that is can't remember whose Dawn that was. I want to say it's Rebecca's because
that
it's
the
the
one
field.
When he's like the cloud of Luffy in the background, Vijaya or whatever. Is that?
Where?
On this one?
No.
No. Oh, okay.
No, that one it's a field of flowers and then you see the bird cage. Doffy's bird cage.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And then there's Zeus and Prometheus on that Dawn. So that one is Big Mom's Dawn.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Looks like Tyler's side was just able to stabilize a Mr. 2 ramp and swing 6 into the leader, which Dustpan 2K'd out of to stay at it looks like he should be at 4 life now. So we'll have that updated as soon as Mark gets back. Dustpan will be at 4 life. Tyler deciding if he's going to counter the swing of 7 from the Edward Weevil.
Oh no, Dustpan's at 5.
Is it 5?
Yeah, one of them is just.
I see it now. Thank you for pointing that out. Yeah, it's just that particular.
Yeah, your
color.
eyes.
And it's the greens, man. It's enough of a green in there to mess with my eyes. I am partially colorblind. I've established this. I've put it out there so that you can't make fun of me for it.
It's fine. I get it.
It's not a story anymore. And that's how you approach life.
This life.
You got to put it out there and be proactive. Therefore,
It's-
it can't come back to bite you. It's out there. You're bringing up old news. Look at that, Don.
Yeah, dude, he's just got one of everything.
This is
I
hurting.
can't-
This is hurting me. But
I can't tell what that one is.
he has 2 that are both Sanji Zoro.
Yep.
But okay. All right, Tyler.
I want that Boadon. I want a full set of that Boadon.
We're right. And we're gonna do 5 for the kid. Do we want to send the Perona back? No. We're gonna reduce one of these Edwards, and we're gonna bottom deck the Edward, ramping a Dawn back. Hold on. We're just Dustpan's getting a little ahead of himself. Yeah, we're gonna all right, and then we're gonna ramp one back up. All right, cool.
Edward.
And then we have a Law. Hey,
OC?
OC seems pretty good.
Okay.
If we butchered that, we do apologize. In fairness, we only learned to read yesterday.
I still don't know how to read. I'm just here.
I can't read either. So,
We're card players.
so yeah.
Of course we
So
don't read.
Law is going to come down here, the blocker Law on Tyler's side, and take out 2 cards from Dustpan's. A blocker and another counter. Hey, we appreciate you too. Oh, we're going to do a little copy action here.
Was that 7?
Copy 6 plus 2 more, so it would go down to 8.
Okay. I didn't see I didn't see 2. I saw 1.
Yeah, it was very fast. And we're gonna counter that, but you're not gonna counter this 5. Okay, the 5 does connect. Dustpan lost a couple of cards that turn, thanks to the blocker Law coming down and trashing a couple. I am happy to provide content that eases those into their slumber. Yeah, Mark just going out there to make sure that we have the board all cleaned up. No, it looks like no, we gave out some prize support here. Very cool. Shout out to Versus Games for having the gas. Are you gonna give me any cards for this Perona swing from Dustpan? Surely not. Tyler's thinking about it. Of course, the downside's to Bond Clay once it's attacked. It doesn't keep the power, right? So the Perona is swinging into it. Tyler is thinking twice about letting it go. Of course, the Bond Clay Mr. 2 could be very good for copying big drops such as Kaido later on in the game if Dustpan does happen to play one. Of course, besides that, I think Boa Hancock as well. Oh, speaking of gas, Mark is bringing some gas into the booth here. Oh, might do a little pack opening here. I might save those for yeah, okay. Awesome. Yeah. See what's up with these later. Meanwhile, it looks like we're still deciding if we want to let go of Bond Clay or not. We will let it go. Elsa? Deliberating a couple of things here. Brogan's Hero, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. We're going to end up blocking that swing of 2 with our 4-drop Law Blocker. After all the deliberation. Of course, here as Dustpan, I think we have 7 Dawn. 2 swings left. Ah, here comes the Gravity Blade. And we're going to select Kid for sure. And we're opting to choose... Interesting. Yeah, I like it. The Kid. Sorry, the Law. And we're going to swing 5 into Mr. 2, which will clean that up. And we'll swing into lead with 6 from the Edward Weevil. Tyler's board cleaned up here. And we're going to take that 6 swing. Wow, okay. Law going down to 1 now. And Dustpan remaining at 4 life. Now as Tyler. Ugh. So messy that this Perona even got in there, right? To try and take out the Mr. 2. That was the move, though. Now as Law, how do you climb back into this? Probably are slightly wary of another Gravity Blade from Dustpan, but like, what do you do? Not play characters out? Maybe take it a little slower. Maybe just take out this Edward. Okay, we're just going to start off with an Ein and ramping 1 rested. 2 Dawn, it looks like, left as Tyler. Could use 1 for a Raise Max, which it looks like he has in his hand. Can't see a Gordon. The Raise Max could be for this Weevil. And then I want Tyler to swing into life this turn. Try and get closer to Kid Killer getting value. All right, slow down, slow down. We're going to do, yep, we're going to definitely select the Dustpan wanting to react preemptively here. We are selecting and reducing the power of Edward, I believe. But we haven't selected, or we haven't announced our leader skill yet. Presumably we will, you know. There it is. Sending 3 back to the Dawn deck. But what are we playing down? Is that a Kid Killer there at the top?
He does, yeah, he does have a Kid Killer.
But it's not time yet for that. We're still at the 4 life for Dustpan, so... we're swinging first. But we're going to leave a Dawn up if we swing first. I don't know if I like that. Tyler thinking about what's best here, I'm sure. I think here I would definitely swing at life as Tyler. I mean, we can remove this Edward now that we've reduced it. Are we gonna swing 5 at life though? Okay. Yeah,
So
we're gonna swing 5 at
5 and a 3.
5 and a 3. And with our leader skill now, we can bottom deck Corona and establish what? I like this in the vein of clearing Dustpan's board. I like it. But what are we playing? Sanji blocker. Sanji blocker, not too bad. Not too bad. Both of these characters are, of course, gravity bladeable. But we're starting off with a 3-drop Doffy blocker to get a peek into the future. Next turn will be at full 10 Dawn. And so if he has the, I think it's the secret 10-drop Kaido to draw cards, he'll be able to gain that. However, is the Kaido when you have, is it dependent on your opponent's life or your life? Because Dustpan is at 4.
I don't think it depends on life.
I think it does. But I can't recall if it's your life as the player of Kaido or the opponent. If it's Dustpan's life, then I think it's supposed to be 3 or less life, and then you can draw 4 cards. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. So Dustpan probably expecting. No, sorry. Yes. We will gain value of the card draw. Dustpan is going to do leader skill, doing 7 to lead, and busting out an Edward from the top of the deck. Yep. Clarifying leader skill. We did 7. How will Tyler react to this? Will it be a block and a 2K? Will we let this go? Somehow it's the Doflamingo side that has put upon the pressure on the law. Have you noticed?
Yeah, it's definitely that gravity blade put in some work.
Yeah. Because these two characters, don't get me wrong, they're solid characters. I missed the characters we lost that turn. Ain's already done her job, and Sanji's. I mean, if he gets bladed, then yeah, he doesn't get to do his job.
Yeah.
Tyler's like, I really don't like that card of yours. Thank you. Yeah, that Kaido will be a wicked drop next turn. Dustpan probably just walking through a number of ways, number of applications that Gravity Blade could be good in this matchup. Maybe Tyler going, hey, I'm sorry, I'm Law and I bottom deck. You're not supposed to bottom deck. Because now I am toast. He is taking it.
It's considering.
If he takes this, I think.
No. Nope, he's countering.
He's countering.
He's countering. He countered.
2K and a 1K.
He went to the action to take it and then said never mind.
There we go. And passing it back over now, leaving 2 Dawn up. Dustpan has set his top deck up now. Presumably a Kaido will come down and he'll draw the rest of those cards. Maybe he knows there's a Gravity Blade in there to respond to whatever kind of board is left over from Tyler's turn here. There's a good amount of Dawn, though, for Tyler. Here, can we get Dustpan down to the 2 or less life? Can we get Kid Killer online? We're going to start with a 7 swing, presumably to life. Test out the hand as dustpan. Test out maybe if we want to block this. Are those 2 Dawn a counter event?
I don't know. I don't. I understand swinging with Sanji, but being at 1 life, and what is that, like 3, 4 cards in hand? I don't think that was it.
So what you're saying is Tyler needs to establish a blocker at the end of this to make it square, right?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
so.
Dustpan took that life, by the way. He didn't counter or block it.
Yeah.
Still not an upper kid killer to get full value, but maybe he counters this 5. There's 5 Dawn left as Tyler. This has to be a kid blocker or a queen. You've swung with the Sanji, as you said. You're down to 1 life. There's, what, 3 cards in hand? Yikes. Yeah, this game we haven't seen Reijus, we haven't seen queens, we haven't seen luck draw. Replenish. Eee. Yeah, I might just go swing a character with Ein. But then you're down to 4 Dawn for a law blocker, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know if you even, yeah. I guess you swing with Ein into life. Dustpan is bound to counter it. Or you could hold and play your blocker. You have to have a blocker this turn. I think Tyler may be feeling it right now, going through it. Has locked the offensive pressure, I think, this game. Not able to really like do the motions here to get aggression plus bottom decking.
Saw Shariah. So he's gonna swing. Was that 7?
7 at lead. And then just play Shariah pass. Shariah an alright blocker, but if you're kind of scared at the gravity blades, that's just another blocker that won't do his job. And here, the 7 to life. Again, presumably it's at life. Maybe you are going to block this. I like countering or blocking here. I don't like going down to 2 as Dustpan. Yeah, I like blocking here. Oh, okay. We will counter 9K.
I think countering is actually better because I think he can just go for game.
Sorry, who can? Tyler?
Dustpan.
If he keeps the blocker body on board, he could go for the game?
I think so.
Okay, I feel you. I feel you now. Yeah, I mean, there's only...
He just needs 3 swings to go through.
We have a Fire Fist coming down. Reducing? No. It doesn't work like that. Yeah, Marco, double check that.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
Minus 2K.
Minus 2Ks and then does his leader.
Yeah, just re-clarifying.
Yeah, okay.
I think we're good. Yeah, just make sure that was sequenced properly.
Yeah.
Because Fire Fist is minus 4K.
Did you guys see my hand motion?
Yeah.
We saw
yeah.
Yeah, we got you. We got you. Yeah. That response time is sick, dude. Back in a flash. Still not great here for Tyler. Going up to 10 Dawn. Going straight for Kaido. Not even gonna, And we're going to draw those 4. Boa plus some counter, I think. Passing back over to Tyler. 3 bodies. Of course, here is Tyler. You wish you had Mr. 2 to respond to that Kaido drop. Would make it a little easier to push for game. But right now, it's you don't really have a lot of offensive pressure again. Dustpan is at 2 life, so Kid Killer does get value here with its rush and its self buff.
Is that 3 life?
Is that 3? Oh, okay.
Why did I have it? Jesus.
Make a small edit there. Perfect.
My bad.
It's all good. It's, okay, we're gonna our first Reiju of the game. A little late though. I suppose any counter to hand is good. But we have a 12k body on the board now. And a 5 lead will just get easily countered. Dustpan choosing to stay at 3 life there. And we're not gonna use any of our blockers to swing. So 12. Give up Shariah probably. Yeah, just give up Shariah block. Now, if Dustpan were to Gravity Blade, he could take both of these characters out and leave Law with just 2 cards in hand. I think that's 2 cards in hand. 2 cards in hand and
3.
3?
I
Okay.
think so.
3 and 1 life. Does he have a Gravity Blade? Perona. Okay. Okay. Let's look at what we got. Doffy blocker, another Perona, maybe a Jinbei, Pudding, and another Perona. So no events, I don't think. Yeah, honestly, as Dustpan, I'd be like, this is kind of jank. I might bottom deck that. Tyler's not upset at that, I'm sure.
I don't think I hate it.
I just don't know how much you need any of those particular cards outside of counter. Like, you could stack another Perona in there to get another shot. Yeah. And it looks like that's what he's choosing to do. There are at least 2 Peronas. He likely put one into the top. I think we have... Oh, looks like we're doing another leader skill. It was a Jinbei. And so we're going to do our leader skill to bring another one out and use Edward Weevil to draw another one. Yeah, of course that Jinbei comes out rested. Thank you. And the 7 lead. With 6 Dawn left. And we're going to take that. We have just our blocker left. But with 6 Dawn, we can't go Gravity Blade. We can Red Rock if we wanted to.
I guess.
Oh, okay. A Boa. Boa will come down here, gracing us with her presence and selecting one of these characters as to not be able to attack next turn. Presumably the Sanji, I guess, but it's kind of negligible. Over here as Tyler, Dustpan is still at 3. And we have a blocker out there. And you are basically running on fumes. Can you do this? Because right now, swings-wise, Dustpan's board is demanding 5 of them. Outside of any kind of removal. You do have a ton of Dawn on your side.
Yep.
Yikes. Play one down, maybe reduce the blocker to bottom deck it quickly enough, but I don't think you have enough swings to get there. I mean, they would all have to connect. Plus the drop with Kid Killer. It could come down to the counter in hand. But I think if Dustpan has any in hand, Tyler's attempt at lethal is unsuccessful. We're going to start with a 5. I think to just discourage Tyler nearly completely. There it is. Counter for 1. One of your currently 3 swings possible was just negated. Now, if lethal is not possible as Tyler, what do you do to not lose?
Just wall up.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Can you make out a queen in hand? I can't tell. He's oh, yep,
Yeah,
I saw one.
Yeah,
I
he
saw
has
one.
a queen. I think he has another Sanji too.
So as long as you have 2 less done than your opponent, Sanji's cost is -3 in hand. He has...
He's definitely there already.
Yeah.
He can
He
do
can
it.
do it. And I think that's his move. 5, send 1 back. Draw 2, trash 1. Yeah, at least we're drawing counter. It's just a huge 12K, like, broadsword Excalibur X that's just coming down on Dustpan's side. Forcing a blocker. Mark getting him hype out there as we are approaching the last minute of our Swiss round 3. 6 going at lead. I guess we're making a push for it.
And he just shows the counter, saying like, wherever you're swinging, I'm countering. It doesn't matter.
Okay, a little chopper blocker.
Yep.
Nice. Not seen in every single lawless, but hey, yup, there it is. We're going unblockable. That useful. That femur. The femur is coming out. Yup.
Yeah.
Get to select you got an extra 2K power too, don't you? And then you just you're unblockable if you're a 7 warlord. So yeah, a neat tech. I love to see that. Of course, it's it's nearly identical to the Jambe over on the red side. So Dustpan taking that game against RP Law over on Tyler. Unfortunate luck there for Tyler. I saw he had of course he had a late game Reiju, couple of late queens, not a ton of aggression early on. The job of bottom decking kind of got flipped over on him, right? I mean, the gravity blade coming out at that turn to bottom deck those 2 characters again. The characters that came out later, not as great as the ones that were bottom decked. And then from that point out, Tyler's just like, "Are you gonna hit me with another gravity blade?" Like,
yeah,
dude,
just totally scared the entire rest of the game.
Excellent. All right, we're gonna go out there and congratulate our players and bring you guys the next round here shortly. Stay tuned. And we're back with another exciting round of the One Piece trading card game here on Tuesday night at Versus Games. We're still in there. Yep, everyone's still here. And I think joining us on stream here in just a few moments are returning players. I believe one of them you just saw. There he is, gloriously taking on, look at striking that Vogue pose. Oh, yeah. There's Dustpan. And we have Evan here on the right. Fun fact, I didn't call this out earlier, but I believe it was the first time we've seen Evan's hair on stream as he took his hat off.
You know,
I was lost in the L'Oreal.
Right.
I was lost in the L'Oreal effect.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize it either.
And it looks like, well, of course, we've seen these decks already. Dustpan especially, we've just seen him on the blue Doflamingo, and we have Evan here with the Rob Lucci. From some experience, I would think Lucci is favored in this matchup. Of course, we still have a stage in effect, of course. That can't be fun for the Doflamingo side. Looks like Dustpan is taking the first curve again.
So this is the finals. These both of these players are undefeated.
Yes, thanks to the Bandai rule, since these two players are undefeated, the winner of our tournament will be decided here.
And then, depending on the players in top,
That's right.
they can opt to keep playing for what is it? I guess it's top 4.
I think it's top 4 based on the attendance, and yes, to clarify there, we will have our winner of Swiss, and then we'll have our cut to top. Of course, those players will decide if they will play or split.
Yep, they just need 2 yeses.
50% of the top. Not a bad showing here. Of course, we have had a good assortment of decks out there. I think I saw a blue yellow ace out there, Alex. Yeah. Unfortunately, they didn't succeed in that round that I saw them in, but
yeah,
it,
and
it happens.
I know there was a Nami as well.
Oh.
It's Nami though. I mean,
I gotta tell you, I'm not a fan of the solitaire decks in general. I mean, I appreciate the knowing that my deck does the same thing game after game, but not really interacting with my opponent. Like, yeah, I'm not a fan of solitaire style decks, but I understand having them around. Are we gonna see a stage? No, looks like 2 events though.
Just started. They were in setup. So
Excellent. And yep, as you saw, Dustpan is gonna take the first curve. Will he start with a Perona?
did y'all answer this already?
no, I
14.
didn't. There was 14 players.
A little shorty tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is smaller than we typically see. Yeah.
Edison had 23 players.
That's
Hey,
crazy.
Edison,
Shout out
23.
retro formats, boys. Shout out retro.
Good old Stardust
You think
Dragon.
you think it had anything to do with this past weekend for you guys?
I think it did. If y'all haven't yet, man, check out our VODs after the stream, y'all. You can check out the GO Grand Prix. Oh my gosh, is that my honey? Yes, it is. It is I, sitting in the corner, as per. Hello. Ooh, life. Gone immediately.
Welcome, welcome. Yeah, a player is taking life here quickly. Taking the first life here as Evan. As we saw, no stage on turn 1 as Evan. Not this time. Milling 2, Ice Age, and a Moria. Here on 4, nothing to pop, so Rob Lucci feels bad. Also, you don't have enough to even do the thing if you wanted to. Cards and trash, that is. Yeah,
Just play it
you
for
know
free, I
that
guess.
I don't know. I guess it's the big Laboon, but the 4 drop that if you tap it, you get to -4 on something.
Yeah.
Not terrible. I find that I hate the turn 4 if you don't get any value. I mean the 4 Dawn turn if you don't have any value. It is a threat, the Laboon that can be dealt with. But in a world without stage, it may not be awful. Players have been known to use it sometimes. But we have a 4 drop vanilla, essentially. Countering that life here as Evan. Establishing 2 characters thanks to Jinbei's 4 drop Jinbei's ability to bring down another 7 Warlords character along with it. Gonna get the reduction, 5 at life and 1 reduction on the Gecko Moria character. And I will do a 6 at life, and that 5 was countered with a 2 from Dustpan. Dustpan giving up another 2. And that 6 cost brick will come down and place that Gecko Moria in the trash. Nice little cleanup. Pretty good. Now over here, back to Dustpan. These are 2 sizable characters, but looks like we're not seeing a Gravity Blade come down this turn as we're going 6 in the lead. Playing another 3. Evan will take that life, going down to 3 life. And a Doflamingo will be setting the top or bottom of our deck now. Looks like we're going to rearrange and indicating we're going to bother to keep these cards at the top. I think there was a Boa Hancock in there. All right, the cards are placed at the top. 7 at life Will Evan take another life and go down to 2 this turn? Seven is being countered with a 0-cost event. So Evan will remain at 3. Great that Evan was able to keep his characters on board thanks to no gravity blade from Dustpan. The 5 swing at life, reducing the Edward Weevil. Doing a little think on it. Countering 2. Another 6 at Jinbei. That will clear. Another 6 coming down. Are we going to hit the Edward or a life? It's tricky here, right? Because we did have the Doflamingo come down from Dustpan, so Dustpan may know what's at the top of life or deck. If it's not something that he can leader skill for, he's losing some characters this turn. If this 6 is going into Edward. And it is. We're blocking.
I think he's saying it doesn't really matter because he was at 8 Don. Moria's coming on out. And yeah, that's what's going on.
It's going down anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially if Dustpan knows there's a Helmeppo Brook combo in there. Yeah. That maths. No stage, by the way. That's a board. And to combat this, we have 4 cards. A Boa Hancock, a Kaido, a Gum Gum, and a 2K. We're just going to say 2K. It's a croc, but that was faster. Not a plethora of options for Dustpan this time.
Yeah.
There's no blocker out there for Evan, but it does not matter right now. Separating the Dawn for presumably leader skill. Yeah, Evan probably going, yeah, dude, this board's crazy.
Yeah, that's...
Okay, 6 will come down to prevent Moria from attacking. If you're a Pokemon aficionado...
Moria's now confused.
We made him confused, that's right.
Yep.
That's right.
Which makes sense. I mean, he's just,
Imagine if there was, if your confused character attacks, you flip a coin. If tails, you lose a life. Crazy.
Can't wait for OP11 where you see an actual character probably say something like that.
Yeah, I shouldn't give anyone ideas, right? This is for our, for the house. Oh, that would be... Okay, so maybe not life, but you return a Dawn. Crazy, right?
I mean, I guess.
We can flesh it out later. Indeed. Evan is out here. Guns a-blazing. These are small little swings. The 5. Yeah. All he's missing here. There it comes. It all... Yeah. Dustpan's reaction was correct. Oh, crazy deck. The stage hits the field.
Ban me, please.
2 more weeks.
Could you
Is it
imagine
2
if
more
they
weeks?
made alt arts of stages?
They do.
Oh, you're right.
They do. Actually, yeah, it'll be 2 weeks and a couple of days.
Very good, very good, very nice. A big ol' 7 with the Helmeppo. Another 7, another 7. Holy cats with hats. Dustpan just got served a ton of fists. All right, dude, let me just chill with my Kaido here. All right? That's what I'm spending my whole turn on. And I didn't even draw my last Dawn there.
He's like, I'm cheating. It's fine.
Yeah, soft and proper sequencing. Oh, man. I mean, surely we're going to see a similar, turn from Evan. Going to see some mighty swings come down. I don't hate a 9. Let's start with a 9 and see what happens, Evan. Let's go nuts. Do it. Oh, all right. You're just gonna do a 5 and whittle one card. All right, and reduce by 1, obviously. Reducing by 2 more, down to. Oh my cats! Down to 5 now.
He's
down
just
to 1.
He's just not
5 at life takes out the Kaido,
Oh my gosh.
and we're gonna counter. Of course, the Kaido is downed. Wow. Oh, this is how Evan chooses to go about it. We're gonna do 7 at life, takes it. Another 7. Yeah, there you go. I'm paying for it. Another 7. And a 9. Do you have it? Nope. That's it. Wow. Dustpan going down in that game. Unfortunate. Evan just having all of the stones needed to clear that out. And taking an exciting, quick game, I think, too, right? I
Yeah,
mean,
that
was
was
paced pretty quick. I'm pretty sure there's still some time left on the clock for some players out there. But I mean, that's what can happen, even if you don't see stage at the beginning, but happen to see 2 stages late game on the same turn like that. Evan,
it's
crazy styling on us. I mean, that matchup already seems to be pretty favored for the Lucci side. Hey, Weaves 32. Thanks for the follow. But like, that was just running straight through him with the Lucci Express.
Yeah. That was
There was no stopping that train.
that.
Insane.
Yeah.
Unfortunate. You know, Dustpan just going, man, after taking those like 7s and then just going, let me just have a Kaido. Let me just have that, please. You got your Kaido for like 2 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Dismiss.
It's just, yeah, it's like, that's not,
Dismiss.
I don't care about that.
Yeah, well, and I mean, we won't have that combination later, right? Stage, Ice Age, Brook. But like,
But I think even later, it's not even gonna matter because then you're just like, what is it? You got Ice Age, you're 0.
yeah. Crazy. I mean, obviously the list will have to adjust a little bit. There's no stage anymore. We mentioned some replacement cards, like maybe some players do try out Laboon, but maybe you don't even need to. They'll just we still have Ice Age. We still have other cards in the format that so we don't have stage anymore. We can't be as broken, but we can still get there and do some things. So we'll go check out the rest of the tournament here. Of course, there's still some time left. There might be, if players decide to do top 4, we might do that too.
Yep.
So stay tuned.
And that's going to be another wrap for this one, y'all. As always, thank you so much for watching. You can check out our latest video upload right here. Make sure you're subbed to the channel. And as always, keep on gaming, gamers versus games.